Today we were able to visit a particular site that we've done a job for a very long time, over a decade now. So one of the things you look out for solar system is the test of time. The durability of your solar system matters a lot. This system has served over a decade, and not that it has served, it has actually been able to maintain the warranty granted or agreed on when the products and the services were rendered. So today we quickly ran over to the site as we observed a damage of its inverter that made the system to shut down automatically. Getting there, we have to bring in an alternative method of replacing the inverter. It's trying to remedy the system and bring it back to its original state of functionality. Solar system is not just about powering your house, it is a way of showing comfort. And whenever you start making your solar energy, you become uncomfortable.
I have to leave this
Having said that, you can see our 5 kVA being unboxed for the purpose of replacement. This 5 kVA is actually one of the brands that is leading here in Nigeria. This is Cartel products, and wherever you see Cartel, that comes with warranty. When we unboxed, we were able to replace the old one. I would have shown you the picture of the old one, but let it be in my next video. I will give you the reasons why the inverter was damaged. But here you see the replacement. The connections are to be done just by following the steps, or equally looking at the thing that happened to the other one. We needed to put a preventive measures by connecting circuit breakers, surge, and equally checking out the things that caused the damage to other one, so as not to affect the new one we are installing now. If you look at this video, you can see that we have the positive side and we have the negative side. Going back to my previous videos, you see the reasons for the interconnections and how series and parallel connections are made in all the batteries down to the inverter system. This is the negative, and as you always know, that we denote negative sign with what? Black, while the red is the positive. So when fastening or tightening anything, you must ensure that it is properly tight, because partial contact causes damage or burns to your inverter. One of the ways you tighten it or fasten it very strong is by ensuring that the terminal gauge, the cables, are of great, when I say great, that it has a very quality gauge of wire. When you're using your cable, the gauge of the wire is crucial in installations. Most of the times people use 1 mm in the place of 6 mm. But when you know what you're doing, you should know that the current that flows through the cable is equally determined or dependent on the area of the copper wire. So here is the inverter, this is not hybrid inverter, this is a transformer based inverter, and we call this particular one wall mount. It has the ability to generate up to 4,800 watts, that is with the DC rating of 24 volts, and it can power your house. Like this currently is used to power a fuel station that has about 3 pumping machines for selling of fuel and diesel. And in the same way, we use it to power our sumo, as they use it to pump water. Over there, looking at this, the preventive measures or the preventive device, which is the protective device, like the breaker, is attached. And when you look at what is happening here, you can easily denote that the positive wire can either be red or blue. Most of the times, people ask which color is best for this, but following the right color coding, whenever you are using blue for red, in the place of red, which is the positive, you have to use red sellotape to indicate it. Why does it need such professional indication? Because perhaps you may not be the one to come for the maintenance. Because you used the right color coding for the cable, we help the person maintaining the system to easily find out whenever there is a fault. He can easily troubleshoot and indicate. Here, the system turns on. When you turn it on at the first time, you see the voltage will come up. The input voltage is not here yet because it is upgrade for now. So you turn on the breaker and it shows the voltage of the battery. After that, it shows the output voltage 230 volts. Then people will be asking question, why are we having 500? No, that is not 500, that is actually 50 hertz. So it is 50.0. Then one of the things you should do is, whenever you power your solar or your inverter system, don't rush to turn on the load. First, you have to allow it boot, just like when you on your system. The same way you allow the inverter to come on, display everything that is in it, shows all indication. You monitor it for a while, like about few minutes. Then when you have the system have done what we call system check on its own, self-automated check, you can now see that the input and the output voltage is complete. Then you now go ahead to turn on your load session. In the connection of the load, when we talk about the load, we talk about the appliances, which are always linked in through a cable. So when you look at that system, you can see the battery we use here is quite different from what you originally know. But this is 2 volts lithium batteries. So whenever you look at this, you can see the charge controllers, they are all working, and this charge controller is e-tracer MPPT, is one of the ancient, when I mean ancient, I mean one of the oldest charge controller in solar system, and it has the ability to track faults, return it, and equally show you what the fault is. That is one of the things that makes me like this charge controller. I've used it for a long time.